Dear friends in Jesus Christ, in today's gospel, Jesus is being reading the verse from the Isaiah in synagogue. So there, he was given the opportunity to, to address the gathering or to give the speech or to give the preaching, because in those time who was distinguished from the others in talent. So therefore, Jesus was a distinguishable person compared with the others. He was invited there to preach about the gospel. So as he stood in the midst of the crowd, so he was given the scroll from the Isaiah. So there he is reading. So the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, and he has sent me to give the good news to the poor. So bring the sight to the blind and so on. His ministry was focusing on healing the people who was having different kinds of physical disabilities. So as we are the followers of Jesus Christ, so when you look into his life and so on, so in what way am I going to be healing to others? Jesus was fully healing to the others. So the healings that he performed or the miracles that he performed, it was not a simple thing that any ordinary person can do, but he was doing the strange things, or it was astonishing for the people when they saw the person who was born blind. So he received the sight. So they were astonished looking at him, the actions and so on. So when he was healing the person who was paralyzed, asking him to take up the mat and walk, so they were astonished. We never heard such a thing like this, and we have never seen such a thing that a person who is paralyzed and he got healed by a word. And the way he was forgiving the sinners, tax collectors, calling the tax collectors and calling the simple people, the fishermen and so on. So it was not an ordinary thing that Jesus was doing in his life, so extraordinary things, and people were admiring at him, dear friends. So as we are following in the steps of Christ himself, so we are reaching towards Christ. Our omega point is Jesus Christ. So therefore, dear friends, we also need to be healing to others. For instance, if suppose a person is met with an accident on the road, so you cannot go and perform there, miracle. I call upon Jesus Christ that you will be healed from this sickness, healed from this wound. You cannot be saying that. But what you can do is, you can help the person to be admitted in the hospital, and then call the relatives of those persons, and then you can connect them, and in that way you can be a healing to the person who is in need, dear friends. And also if the person is somebody is suffering because of some loneliness, because of some hurt feelings, because of disappointments, failure in the life, so if you go there, be with the person, so understanding the person, putting yourself into the shoe of the other person and knowing what will be is healing. For instance, if the person wants somebody to listen, if you are listening to the person, then you are healing to that person. If the person wants that some particular advice, that you go ahead, the life is like that, so if you are giving that particular advice to that person, so that will be healing, dear friends. So in our lives, when we are doing these things, so we also follow the footsteps of our founder, and also we become like Jesus Christ, becoming a person of healing to the others. So let us practice in our day-to-day life. Thank you.